Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Houston Texans and the Miami Dolphins. For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. Right off the bat, here's Pickett to throw it. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Off play action, Pickett. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Being chased out left. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And some room to run now. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Three and a half to go, first quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox.
Finding space at the 40.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes.
Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Isn't that cool about the game there on 2nd down? That was a positive drive because it was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now here's Mahomes. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans are back within a score.
Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
To about the 26 here.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Dances by him.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Mahomes going to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Tucker's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing again on second down. Pickett. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. On the move past the 40.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll get this to the 22, so they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Calvin Ridley as time expires in the first half.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead on the final play of the half.
You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here. Yes, all that had to happen. But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense, in which you wonder.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Brandon Ayuk. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this group of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point by Moore, and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The slot man in motion right. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tony Pollard. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Dolphins get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
On first and 10, it's Pickett. Swinging this out for Pollard. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on second and less than a yard.
Pickett sets up play action. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
And now here's another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick-6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. But right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here. And a loose football. And the Dolphins have got it.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy, sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Off play action, Pickett.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
He'll buy some time right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll run forward with Pollard, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Slot man moves right. 43. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That's Isabella open on the right side. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch. And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you. And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. They'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now Pickett on 4th down. Catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury. Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are. In motion, the tight end. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Caught. Touchdown, Texans. Drake London, 31 yards. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Tucker now for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And Some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh my gosh, we got to face it. Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the third time in this game. Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Quiddy Pay able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Pickett.
Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. Got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Pickett to throw on 1st down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. It's Knox the time. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The end result, 21 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Mora, and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about it.
He's got him in. Complete. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Andy Isabella, 75 yards.
And the Texans are able to at least get one score back.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Sir?
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
It's a big play there for Miami, and even 40 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Pickett now on 1st down. And he gets this to Thornton.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Pickett to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Pickett completes this one out wide quickly.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Bar on for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Texans are able to claw one back. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
From the 24, Pickett. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And the Dolphins are AFC champs as we say thanks for watching and good night, everybody.